Nobody loves you, Axhton.
So to start off, I basically got a Nexus grand piano preset sound. And I start off with a basic D sharp minor chord. Everything in this beat is going to be D sharp minor and it's going to be in 140 BPM. So I got this, take the middle note, pull it one octave higher. Same with the second chord, pull it up one octave higher. I took the root note, pull it down an octave lower, just so it sounds fuller. Then we're going to move on to an ARP. This is a Dune 2 ARP. It has basically basic EQ, a low filter on it, a little bit of gross beat, and another EQ. And for this ARP, I just followed the root note again. D sharp, A sharp. And we're going to have a pad from Nexus. And same thing as the piano chords, I just copy and pasted the pad sound. Just put a little bit EQ on it just to cut the low frequencies out, just so it don't clash with the 808s. And then I took the same Nexus grand piano sound and did like an arpeggiated piano pattern. And for like dark beats like this, you want to put in some notes that's close together, like this. These notes, they just add more tension and makes it sound darker. And here we got sub bass. It's a Nexus Pritz side bass. I followed the root notes of the chords again. And at the ends of the bass note, I just added a couple accent note, just so it just sounds interesting. All right, and here's the 808s. I just put basic EQ, and for this type of beat, you really want it to be clipping. And I have some basic EQ on the mastering channel, just so it makes, I put this EQ just so it makes like the hi-hat sound crispier and the snares and claps. And for the kicks, I just put the notes where it's on the 808 pattern on some parts of it. I did not put a kick note on the parts where there's 808 rolls because I want to emphasize those 808 rolls. So I turn velocity all the way up. I put in mono. I'm going to show you the drums too. So for the claps, I pan them. Everything I pan slightly. Besides the 808 and kick, you want it to be mono. Sometimes the 808 sounds better when it's just not in mono. Sometimes in stereo sounds good. So I just left it as it is. You can see the drums are not in the center. You don't want the drums to be in the center because that's where the 808s and vocals and low ends are going to be in. Same for melody, you want to offset it just a tad bit. Some hi-hats. I add a couple 1/6 rolls and 1/3 rolls right here. And for mixing this, EQ, and I put in Effectrix. Effectrix just makes it sound interesting. It just gives it that dynamic and movement in it. Here's a snare pattern. I add a little bit of reverb and delay, just so there's some movements and it makes it interesting. Claps is just the normal 8-bar clap pattern. And open hats. Alright, here's the last melody. It's an ARP from Dune. And I just put this ARP in on the parts where the verse comes in, just so it's different and stands out from the hook and intro. I add a little bit of crystallizer for some echo effect and some glow speed fading. And I'll show you guys how I arrange this beat. So 8-bar intro, 16-bar hook, 24-bar verse, copy paste it over. There's going to be a hook right here, verse, and then there's just going to be a hook and outro right here. And I'm just play the beat.
Nobody loves you, Axhton.